Hey, tubies. This is Lord Bob. It is so rocking to be with you. Well, I tell you, I've been out this afternoon walking under the beautiful sun, and I'm getting excited. I can feel that sun power growing, and I'm getting ready for our big Sabbath that's coming. For those of you who are in the Wiccan tradition, you may know that this year on June 20th, we're going to have the big summer solstice. That's right. This is to honor the Sun Lord. And we're at the midway point in our wheel of the year. And this is where the Sun Lord rises to his full glorious power. And I love this solstice. I've been celebrating it really since I was a kid. Even before I was Wiccan, I used to love the solstice. And I just always knew it was the longest day of the year. And I'd go out under the sun and I'd stay and watch the sunset. The days were so long. It's a really powerful Sabbath where you can draw in that solar energy, recharge yourself, kind of revamp your power. Today I'm wearing one of my treasured Sun Lord pendants. I'm a real big believer in the Sun Lord. And this is one of my pendants. It's from India. This is the Sun Lord known as Surya. And Surya is literally the sun god of India. He's believed to be an aspect of Lord Vishnu, who is the preserver of the universe. And many of you may remember my video on Lord Krishna. So Surya is kind of an expansion, another form of Krishna. And if you notice on his forehead, he has a little Vishnu symbol up at the top here. It's a symbol of Lord Vishnu. It's like a V shape. And I love the Sun Lord. I really believe in Surya. In fact, in India, there's an entire sect, a religion branched off of Hinduism, of the Suryaites. And they worship Lord Surya as the supreme god. I kind of really in harmony with them. I'm believing it. Because when I go out under that sun, I can feel its power. I've prayed to the Sun Lord, and I've received blessings. So, while we've got the solstice coming, this would be a wonderful, wonderful time to experience that, celebrate it. And one of the ways you could do that would be to set up a solstice altar, a solar shrine, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I would show you my solstice shrine. So come on along. Behold the mighty Sun Lord, Surya. Here is a picture of my solstice altar. Now, it's still evolving, but we're working on it little by little. You'll notice above it here, this is my big wheel of the year. A lot of you guys have seen this before. And right now, actually, let me move this. We are at the point of Litha right here. This is literally the dividing line in our wheel. So as you see, up at the top there, that's the halfway. That's Yule. That's where we started the year. We've come all the way around, and now we're at the midpoint. And this is where our Sun Lord is at his peak before he begins his decline. The first half of the wheel here on the right side, this is known as the light half of the year. After Yule, we enter into the dark half of the year. So this is our last big hurrah at Litha for the light, to celebrate the light. Now, as you notice here on my altar, I do have a picture of Surya. Now, there are a lot of sun gods. You don't have to necessarily worship only this one. This is what I'm choosing. In the past, I've honored Sol, I've honored Helios. Helios is the Greek god of the sun. He's basically the same. The Sun Lord, wherever he is found in the world, is literally the same god, just in different names in different locations. So in reality, this is Surya, and Surya is Helios, and he is also Sol. Sol was the old Roman god of the sun, Sol Invictus, meaning the unconquered sun, meaning the sun always rose every day and never died. So he was called Sol Invictus in Rome. He was called Helios in Greece. And in India, he is known as Surya, the Sun Lord. And the wonderful thing about India is that this is probably the only country left where the Sun Lord still has an active following. He has active temples and daily rituals. And a lot of the Indians love him and pray to him. You'll notice that Surya is riding on a big chariot pulled by horses. And it's believed that he literally rides his chariot across the sky every day and returns to the underworld at night. And so he circles the earth and in his chariot, and it brings his blazing light to everyone. I'm a big believer in Surya. I love him. So here is my altar. Now let me show you, like, you don't have to do your altar like this. This is just an idea. I like to bring in the colors of red and gold and orange. And so I bought this beautiful cloth that I just draped here over my base altar. And, you know, I've added a few wonderful things. Here's a beautiful chalice done in red ruby glass. I haven't found out what to offer him. I don't know if it's appropriate to offer the Sun Lord water. I don't know if you'd like that. That might not be good. But then even maybe the Sun Lord gets a little hot. So I'm going to have to find out. It might actually be an appropriate offering to offer him like alcohol or wine, because have you ever seen how alcohol and fire go together? They really stimulate each other. So maybe a cup of alcohol or wine would be a good offering for Surya. I have to find that out. I've not really thought about that. Then I have back here, these are beautiful. I have to get some brass polish. I'm still working on this. But these are my Sun Lord candlestick holders. They're made of brass, and I picked them up at a yard sale. But they're from India, and they actually have Surya on them. In India, you'll find that usually when there's a sun image, that's for, if it's for Surya, they put a face on it to represent that there's the god of the sun. And so I have each of these beautiful brass candlesticks flanking my picture of Surya. In front, I've put a small little votive offering in red glass of a candle for him to honor his fire element. And I've also added here a beautiful, this is like a stained glass, or it's like glass sun. Well, it's not actually a sun, but I call it a sun. It's got the colors, it's red and gold and orange, and it's all mottled pieces of glass. And I think that looks like the fiery sun. And so I've put that on the altar also as a sign of the sun. And so here we are at the solstice. Now, I'm probably going to add some more things to my altar as the summer goes on. Like, I think I'd like to put some sunflowers up here. Those are a wonderful offering for the solstice. And, you know, you can add really anything that you want. I think one of the most important things, though, is that when you create your altar, that you make it how you relate to the sun. Maybe you see the sun in silver. For example, I have a silver altar cloth there. Now, normally I would use gold, but you can also use silver at the solstice. And people are going to say, well, Bob, silver is the moon color. But if you think about the sun at noontime, at high day, if you go out and look at it, it's so bright and high in the sky, it looks like a shining white orb. So silver and white are also, believe it or not, solar colors. So you could actually incorporate, like I have some silver. I was going to change this to gold, but then I thought I just like a little silver in my altar. So I've added that in. It creates a nice contrast here, as you can see. But so this is going to be my solstice altar, and I'm going to honor the Sun Lord Surya. So if you want to learn more about the Sun Lord, look up the name Surya. You may want to incorporate him as your Sun Lord, but you don't have to use him. Really, the Sun Lord is one, whatever name you call him. And here we are at our solstice wheel. And so we prepare for the midpoint on our wheel here. And we're going to begin to celebrate. And after that, we'll move into the dark half of the year. But for now, the Sun Lord is at his power. And let's celebrate his power. So, you know, there are a lot of ways that you can celebrate the solstice. For example, this is one of my other solar altar items that I often use, which is a big copper sun. Isn't that beautiful? And, you know, I may find a way to incorporate that also into my altar. But there's Surya. You could also hang that on the wall, you know. there are a lot of ways to celebrate. Now, you know, if you've been wanting to set up a solstice altar and get ready to celebrate, you need to stop over to Rare Wicca Spells. Lady Angela has so many solar things. She has an entire section, solar and lunar, sun and moons. She does jewelry like pendants. She does rings, bracelets, wall hangings. You could buy red candles. In fact, I need to go over there and buy some more candles because I need some red and gold candles. So I'm going to buy some candles over there. I can buy jewelry that's solstice related. She also has wonderful spell pages. You can buy her Litha kit. She has a kit with spells. This all tells about the Sabbath, all the correspondences, some of the history. She has a thing on magical ideas for Litha, magical Litha ideas. It tells about spells and rituals. She also has a full midsummer ritual. I am telling you, it is the thing. You know, shopping at Rare Wicca Spells, thank God for it, because I tell you, or Goddess, thank them both, because, you know, when I have a big holiday like this, I need stuff. And, you know, Lady Angela's stuff is quality. She's wonderful. She's the High Priestess of the Order of the Purple Cord. And speaking of the order, if you guys want to join the Order of the Purple Cord, send an email to me at my website, robert-hickman.com below, or at Lady Angela's site at rarewiccaspells.com. You can be part of our order, and we're going to be putting out a book soon about the order, about our symbols, about our history, about our meanings. So we'll have that. So you definitely want to, you know, check out Rare Wicca Spells, get involved, you know, with the Order of the Purple Cord. You know, and we're going to, you know, as we get close to the solstice, I'm going to try to orchestrate a ritual, a prayer that we're all going to offer together on the solstice. So we'll have that. So definitely check back here. I am so glad you guys are here. You rock. I send you a lot of blessings. So listen, tell me in the box below, have you set up a solstice altar? Are you going to? Maybe you've done it in the past. I want to hear about your experiences about the solstice. And tell me, do you have a sun lord that you love or that you worship? Share it with me in the boxes below. Well, guys, listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow we are going to have Thursday, which is Zodiac Thursday. So you want to be back here. We're going to talk about some of the major aspects that are going on in the stars. And in the meantime, stop over to my website and get your free daily horoscopes at robert-hickman.com. You guys rock. Send you a lot of blessings. Thanks for being here. Go ahead, hit subscribe, be part of Spirit Channel, and join the Order of the Purple Cord as well. We'll see you soon. Blessings to you.